AOC, meanwhile, one of the people that's out there on the oligarchy tour with none other than Bernie Sanders, using all kinds of campaign money to pay for those private jets. She's been caught in a little bit of a situation herself. Did you see this, guys? AOC accused of misappropriating taxpayer funds. This is a watchdog group who came out recently and complained that she was using taxpayer funds on dance training. This is Americans for Public Trust. Again, a private watchdog group that goes after corruption, is alleging that Ocasio-Cortez tapped into her member representational allowance to shell out $3,700 to Juan D. Gonzalez and $850 to Bombazo Dance Company, Inc. for what was described as training. In the month of December, the watchdog sent the complaint to the Office of Congressional Ethics, and they're arguing that the representative made the payments in contravention of federal law and the standards of the House Representatives. Now she's like, no, nothing to see. This is 100% wrong. She kind of reminds me a little bit of, dare I say, one Letitia James. 100% wrong, nothing to see. Be loud and wrong about something else. Try again next time. She said none of this is a taxpayer money funded thing. This is an FEC filing. Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so FEC, again, aren't those like federal election committee funds then? I mean, maybe it's even a bigger problem. Maybe now, I don't know, the feds can go after you for this one because you're taking taxpayer dollars from the federal government for your dance training. I mean, unbelievable. So again, it's this Bronx-based dance group, and socialist that she is, she somehow feels that like she's entitled to this. Just like Bernie and she are entitled to their private jets, she also gets private dance lessons. And the left is holding her up as the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they want her to run for the presidency of the United States. I'm like, bring it on. Great. We'll take that all day long, right?
Rev, nobody ever said that Congress was a meritocracy. I understand that AOC may be more progressive than a lot of people. I also understand that she's one of the most articulate, exciting people in the Democratic field. She goes out with Bernie Sanders, and yeah, she just draws so many people. It's very good, very effective in hearings. Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of people. Nancy Pelosi was a progressive. When Nancy became leader, she realized she needed to represent the entire caucus. AOC certainly could do that as well. After the election, she was going around talking to people who voted for her and Donald Trump, saying, "I want to understand why did you do that? What don't I understand?" Listen, Democrats, I mean, and we're going to talk to Dave Weigel about this in a second, their approval rating is just absolutely disastrous. They don't need to keep getting people like in retirement, past retirement age, being their voice. They need somebody young like AOC. And again, it's not about ideology. She can carry the message forward for a Democratic Party that really needs to reach out to younger Americans.
They need to reach out to younger Americans, and they need to reach out in an authentic way. I think that what makes AOC effective is not only that she's younger, but that she comes off authentic without saying, I'm trying to kick the older crowd aside. Because it was very important. She did that tour with 83-year-old Bernie Sanders, while some of the younger members of Congress saying the old guard needs to retire. She's showing a balance and a maturity as a young person and a message that penetrates.
And by the way, what a great message to have. You've got all these Ivy League boys, that are in the Trump administration that went all the, no offense to Ivy League boys here or anywhere, but all these guys, billionaire Ivy Leaguers, right, attacking her, going, "Oh, she's an elitist." She's like, right. What do you do? I was like a bartender or a barista or whatever she was. She's like, "What are you talking about?" Right. I had to work my ass off to like stay one step ahead of creditors and debtors. I know you.
And she talks as one who was right. Had to work her way.
Again, I'll just say, bring it on. We'll take that one all day long. Do you see the look on Mika's face? Mika, by the way, does not like AOC and has made that quite clear on other occasions. So she's sitting there like, can't talk. It's the boss. It's my husband. But no, AOC. Oh my gosh. Listen, they're done. Like, it's like they don't know how to get out of their own way. I kind of feel bad for them, just a little. I mean, only because you want to see a fair fight. And so, if you're on the sidelines saying, okay, who we're going to run in 28, it's not AOC, okay, guys? Like, just not AOC. Good luck with that. Good luck. America's not socialist. America doesn't want to be socialist. America doesn't want people stealing their money for private jets or dance lessons, okay? Understood? We want to keep what we have. We are capitalists through and through. It's why everybody wants to come to America, for goodness sakes. Certainly, right? Because we're still the place of prosperity. Speaking of prosperity, one of the reasons I started 76 Research, my company, with my dear friend, is because, you know what? I wanted you to have a chance at that prosperity too. Everybody should have a shot at this. And so you need to be invested in the markets, especially now. I think there's lots of good stuff coming ahead for long-term investors. And even, if you got a shorter time horizon, you probably want to look at one of our portfolios, like the Income Builder portfolio, because, if you want to retire one day, this is probably the best way to think about doing it, because you get some dividend income there. We also have some dividend stocks there in the inflation protection portfolio as well. A big thank you to Let It Go Entertainment. Thank you for your generosity. Again, I'm looking at all your comments live while I stream. It's kind of amazing how one multitasks here on this show, right? We are live. Make sure you subscribe, share, like. If you get a chance, go over to 76 Research. Hey, this is a great Mother's Day present. Why not? Get your mom involved in investing. Use code word dollar. It's $1 a month for the first 2 months. We'll refund it if you hate it. So no harm, no foul. Look at this. UNC, University of North Carolina. The Tar Heels are getting a little nervous about Bill Belichick and that 24-year-old Miss Maine wannabe. USA system, not America. I say this as a former Miss America contestant. Whole different game there. I mean, nothing against the USA people, but there's no talent involved. As one could probably tell when you look at Jordan Hudson. I love this picture. Somebody sent this to me. It's a meme online. And sure enough, apparently she's got like $9 million worth of real estate now that she's managed to acquire since dating Billy Boy, who's now down in North Carolina getting paid $10 million a year. They signed him to a 5-year contract. And guess what? They're getting a little worried about this gal. They're taking action, because you see, they got kind of a big investment in Bill, $10 million a year. The University of North Carolina's football team, they actually want this to end well. And she's been a disaster, like a disaster in the making. And not just the Sunday morning thing, which we'll get to, but this was going on weeks before. Apparently she was demanding to read all the emails, and she was micromanaging everybody there in the football program. So they're now barring her from even being near the football or athletic department. These are high-ranking officials in the UNC athletic department that are coming forward with the decision that they made last week that Hudson would not be welcome at the football field or inside the facility. Like, she can't even go to the games. She is persona non grata. Good. Like, it has to happen, right? I don't know what's going on with him. Do you know what's going on with him? I know he's whipped, but he should be smarter than that. He's like apparently some kind of micromanager. He micromanaged the Patriots, and there were players that couldn't even deal with his micromanagement level, and now he's letting this 24-year-old micromanage him? Oh, yeah.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
It's not that big a deal, right? How'd you meet? They're like, oh, that's not what the interview is supposed to be about. She was just trying to protect me, Bill Belichick says. Well, it turns out like she's been doing a little too much protecting. And again, UNC has been dealing with this for a while. I want you to see, this is the New York Times athletic arm of their publication. And a couple of weeks ago, April 15th, they came out with a story long before the CBS thing saying that she was micromanaging all his emails. He demanded that she be CC'd on all the emails, and she was like looking at the social media commentary that was kind of, having some fun, saying, oh, Bill Belichick, he seems to be pretty whipped, this, that, and the other. And she's like, how dare you? Is anybody monitoring this? Somebody needs to be blocking these people, this, that, and the other. And people are like, gosh, get a life. And so she's inserted herself into his work life in a massive way, and apparently is getting paid the big bucks to do it. Take a look at this article. This is in Realtor.com. Inside Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend Jordan Hudson's $8 million property portfolio as she forges a career as a real estate mogul. Oh my gosh. So actually Daily Mail has $9 million. Maybe they have a different valuation on the properties than Realtor, but Realtor.com is putting forward some $8 million that she has been buying over the last 18 months, ever since she started dating this guy. I mean, what is going on? What do you think? Oh. Anyway, Bill, she's not into you for your looks, okay? I don't know quite how else to say that. A family source told a podcaster that was covering this per the Daily Mail, there is deep worry for how detrimental Jordan can be for not just North Carolina, but for Bill's legacy, for his reputation, everything he has built and worked for a decade. Yeah, like if I'm his family, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What is going on? I think he needs to get out of there fast. I'm telling you, Bill Belichick, you need to run, not walk. Run from this one, because this is just going to be a big, big, big problem in my estimation. It's actually like so bizarre in so many ways. And, I don't fault anybody for what their family does, but they were in the fishing business, and apparently the fishing industry shut down. So her mom now runs a sex shop in Providence, Rhode Island. Wow. Okay. We wish her luck with Miss Maine.